RC Bros, it's really good to have you here. My name's Peter, and today we're looking at my Select 4 Helion TR10. We've had for a while, it's been on the channel for actually a couple of years, but anyway, we've done some motor changes. I just want to go through what motor changes have happened on this vehicle. We still have the same ESC, so it's a 120 amp, that's the same. But let's go through the motors. Right, well what happened originally was this motor here snuffed it. The bearing stuffed up, and that was me. My maintenance wasn't good on that motor, and it basically threw the bearing, it went to pieces, through the ball bearing, through the motor, and it seized. So then we went to this motor, which is the, I'll get a bit of a close up there, it's the Tamiya and 12 turn. Have a look at it, but it seemed to be just overheating. Probably, you know, there was a few things I thought that it wasn't quite the right motor. Maybe gearing was wrong too, but I wanted to actually come back to the original size, which there you see the comparison there, and then I went to this one. Now this was, to me, it was suggested to be the right one, and I still, it was getting fairly warm still. It was running okay, but I wanted to get back to what it originally had, which was this one. So let's look at the comparison here. So it's actually got, they're similar, but the diameter is getting back to the original, but it's still, I've just felt it just didn't perform the way that I wanted it to. So then we went to the Arrma. Let's turn it around so it's right. The BLX Arrma 4S motor, which seems to be working right now. I had a 16 tooth pinion on it, and I think the spurs are 52 teeth, but its 16 tooth pinion was a bit too big, because it would start to get a bit too warm for my liking. So let's see that in the truck. Now put a 14 tooth pinion in there, so we'll see how that goes. It is. We're going to stick 4S battery. I hope you can see that. 5000 milliamp, 60C. There's a zop, a lot of power. Not even pushing the throttle hard here. Okay, the truggy. Now the truggy handled pretty well with that new motor and a 14 tooth pinion gear, and look, it was loads of fun. I had a backflip in there, which was really cool. I haven't always got that to work for me, so that was great to have a backflip work. The car's got plenty of power. The only thing with this car I find of this car is the tyres. They are stock tyres, but they are not the best tyres, especially on 4S, is when you begin to see a lot of ballooning and almost where they tear apart from the rim. And I've had 2 sets of these tyres, or yeah, one set of 2 actually, and then they've just continued to have issues. So look, 4S is a really great vehicle. 4S is lots of fun, but maybe the tyres, I would like to try and upgrade them to something better that would stop that from happening. And this car, look, also what happened was the shock towers actually got bent, and I broke the wheelie bar. As you see, here's the wheelie bar. It snapped off, and so that wasn't too great. But which actually also caused, which I'll show you in just a second, the shock tower to bend. Can you see that? There's that rear shock tower. It's bent. So that's the wheelie bar that snapped off. But luckily, didn't really bend anything else. If you can see just in here, you can see how where my finger is, this part in here is fairly straight. It's when it's come to where that wheelie bar goes onto, it has bent there, which at least it hasn't snapped the chassis. On this car, when I first got it, it didn't come with this chassis brace on the bottom. That's a Banggood thing, which the Banggood car version does have that on it. The Bison does have that on it. So anyway, as I said before, this car actually has the same parts as the Bison. So even though, because they don't do this car anymore, I'm pretty sure Helion don't do it, and but you can use your V car Bison parts which fit this. But the result of this motor is that it's good. I reckon this Arrma motor, 2400 kV, is a very good motor from what I've done so far, and it seems to just, yeah, seems to be working well. Lots of power. Look, I probably could go up 1 tooth maybe on the pinion now, but 14's not bad because it does give you loads of low-end power, which, you know, is a good thing, but sometimes you can have too much of that too. So anyway, so I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and comment if you like, and I'll try and get to your comments as soon as I can. Have a great week. God bless you.